Wake up, little Hulk. Wake up now before I snatch that colorful little jar from your hand and shove it into your conscience. Do you really think that miracle supplement with its shiny label and English name is going to save that flabby shell you call a body? You look like a diet version of the Hulk. Weak, without energy, without testosterone, and full of idiotic vanilla-flavored powdered hope. Let me tell you the truth that nobody wants to tell you because it doesn't sell well. 90% of the supplements you buy are completely useless. They're gourmet placebos for those who don't sleep, don't train properly, don't eat like a man, and still want Olympic athlete results. They want miracles in a pill. They want to become a monster without getting their hands dirty. And that's where the real problem lies, little Hulk. You've been trained to believe that strength comes in a jar. Magic whey protein, pre-workouts that promise sniper-like focus, natural testosterone made from roots no one knows where they came from. All this while you sleep 5 hours, live stressed out, eat sugar like a hyperactive child, and train softly. Let's put our brains to work, because muscle building starts here on the inside. Supplement does not create results. Supplement, it enhances what already exists. If the base is garbage, the supplement only makes the garbage more expensive. What happens in the body of this average Huck? Low testosterone, high cortisol, accumulated fat. And do you know what fat does? It becomes a clandestine estrogen factory. That's right. The fatter you are, the more your body transforms testosterone into a female hormone through an enzyme called aromatase. In other words, you turn into a Hulk with saggy breasts and PMS-like mood swings. So what do? Instead of sleeping, training hard and eating right, you buy supplements thinking that will fix it. It's like pouring premium gasoline into a car with a blown engine. Beautiful on the outside, pathetic on the inside. And the market knows this. It loves you like this, weak, confused and desperate, because a desperate fool will buy anything. If it has an aggressive label, an absurd promise, and an influencer shouting, "This changed my life," you'll swipe your card with a smile. But the Hulk isn't here to pat you on the head. The Hulk is here to separate the gold from trash. Is there a supplement that works? It exists. Few, very few. Are there any supplements that are pure scams? The majority. The problem is that nobody explains the difference to you honestly. They either sell you fantasy or speak in laboratory jargon that puts you to sleep. So the Hulk is going to do it the right way. Simple science, a slap in the face, and practical guidance. Before getting into the list of what works and what doesn't, you need to understand one fundamental thing. Supplements alone don't raise testosterone. It only helps if the hormonal environment is at least minimally decent. This means 3 basic pillars that you probably ignore. I'm decent. Poor sleep destroys testosterone and increases cortisol. Without sleep, supplements become useless. Real training load, effort, progression. Easy training generates easy results. Man's food, protein, healthy fats, micronutrients. It's not a whole wheat biscuit with whey. If these 3 pillars are a mess, no pill will save you. All that's left is monthly frustration on your credit card. And here comes the biggest lie in the industry, selling supplements as the ultimate solution. It isn't. It never was. It never will be. It is supporting actor Hulk, not the protagonist. The protagonist Hulk wakes up early, trains hard, eats right, and sleeps like a bear. The supplement just gives him that final push. In the next chapters, I'll show you exactly which supplements they really work, why they work, what science says, and how to use them without wasting money. And I'll also mercilessly tear apart the useless supplements you've probably already bought, thinking you'd turn into a machine. So pay attention, little Hulk. If you want to continue being the guy who collects little jars and remains weak, you can leave now. But if you want to become a real Hulk, with the energy, strength, and testosterone working as they should, stick with me. Because from here on out, the lies end, and the shock begins. Now pay attention, little Hulk, because here begins the part that separates a man from a delusional Hulk. After tearing apart the fantasy in the previous chapter, it's time to talk about few supplements that actually work. Very few indeed. You could count them on the fingers of one giant green hand. The rest is marketing, placebo, and vanilla scent to fool the weak. And I'm warning you now, none of them perform miracles. They don't turn lazy people into monsters. They just help those who are already doing the bare minimum. If you sleep poorly, train poorly, and eat junk food, these supplements will only make your urine more expensive. Let's get straight to the point. No beating around the bush. Supplement 1. Creatine. Creatine is king, the Hulk of supplements. Old cheap studied to exhaustion and yet ignored by the Hulk who prefers novelty. Creatine works because it increases the amount of phosphocreatine in the muscle, which helps regenerate ATP, the body's energy currency. In other words, more strength, more repetitions, more weight, more muscle. Hulk metaphor. Creatine is like putting an extra battery in the engine. It doesn't make the car drive itself, but when you step on the gas, it responds. Practical use. 3 to 5 grams per day, every single day, no frills, no magic cycle. There's no need for a loading phase. That's nonsense. Consistency overcomes anxiety. Supplement 2. Whey protein, used correctly. Whey protein isn't magic, but it's useful. It doesn't build muscle on its own. It facilitates your daily protein intake. Muscle doesn't grow without enough protein. It's that simple. Huk's mistake is thinking that whey replaces food. It doesn't replace it. It complements it. Simple science. Protein provides amino acids, especially leucine, which activates muscle protein synthesis. Without it, muscle doesn't grow, period. Hulk metaphor. Whey is like a brick. A brick without a bricklayer doesn't make a house. Practical use. Use whey when you can't eat solid protein. Post-workout, quick snack, busy life. Don't live on shakes like a child. Supplement 3. Caffeine. Caffeine works, and it works very well. It increases focus, reduces the perception of effort, and improves performance. The problem? Huk overdoes it and becomes incredibly anxious, like a chihuahua. Simple science. Caffeine blocks adenosine, the brain's signal for fatigue. Result? You feel more energetic and perform better during your workout. Hulk metaphor. Caffeine is like a whip for a horse. It helps it run, but if you hit it too hard, the horse dies. Practical use. 150 to 300 milliliters before training. Don't use it all day. If you need caffeine to live, the problem isn't a lack of pre-workout, it's poor sleep. Supplement 4. Real omega-3. Omega-3 won't make you muscular, but it will improve your body's function. It reduces inflammation, improves cardiovascular health, and helps with insulin sensitivity. An inflamed body doesn't grow and doesn't produce testosterone properly. Simple science. EPA and DHA modulate inflammation and improve cell signaling. Hulk metaphor. Omega-3 is the right oil for the engine. Without it, everything rattles. Practical use. 1 to 3 grams of EPUB's dacha per day. This is not soybean oil in capsule form. It's high-quality omega-3. Supplement 5. Vitamin D if you are a bat. Vitamin D is a hormone, not some silly vitamin. It's involved in testosterone production and the immune system. The problem is that you live locked up away from the sun, looking like a gym vampire. Simple science. Adequate vitamin D levels are associated with a better hormonal profile. Hulk metaphor. Vitamin D is like a light on the dashboard. Without it, the system fails. Practical use. Get tested. If it's low, take 2,000 to 5,000 IU per day with proper guidance. Now memorize this, little Hulk. These supplements help, but they don't save anyone. They work when the basics are done. They enhance discipline, not replace character. In the next chapter, I'll show you useless supplements. Those are the ones you buy thinking you'll turn into the Hulk, but you just end up looking like a fool, and some of them will hurt because you've probably already spent money on them. But it's part of growing up. Hulk learns from his mistakes, but he does learn. Now, hold on to this, little Hulk, because this hurts. This is the part where I take the money you threw away, crumple it up, rub it in your green face and say, "Wake up, little Hulk," because if there's one thing the industry loves, it's selling hope in capsule form to weak, tired men desperate for quick results. Let's go straight to the trash. No ceremony. Useless supplement. Number 1. Natural testosterone in capsules. This one's a classic. Aggressive name, black label, red lettering, absurd promise, increases testosterone by 300%. A blatant lie. If that worked, doctors would be unemployed and gyms would turn into Hulk zoos. Simple science, testosterone production depends on the hormonal axis. Hypothalamus, pituitary gland, testicles. It's not some mysterious herb that's going to magically send a signal to make it work better. Most of these products only affect libido, if at all. Hulk metaphor. This is a sticker trying to fix a flat tire. Real result, lighter wallet and heavier frustration. Useless supplement number 2, BCAA. This one here is the darling of the 2010s. Colorful, tutti-frutti flavored, expensive and useless. If you already consume enough protein, BCAA is like throwing amino acids into the ocean. Simple science. Whey, meat and eggs already contain BCAAs. There's no extra benefit from isolating them if the diet already provides adequate protein. Hulk metaphor. It's like taking bricks to a house that's already built. But the marketing sold it to you as if it were magic potion. You believed it because you wanted to believe it. Useless supplement. Number 3. Glutamine for hypertrophy. Glutamine is great for the gut and immunity in specific cases. For muscles, practically zero effect on those who already eat enough protein. Simple science. The body already produces glutamine, and a normal diet covers the need. It doesn't turn into extra muscle. Hulk metaphor. Putting gasoline in an electric car, thinking it will go faster. You bought it because some musclehead told you to, not because it worked. Useless supplement number 4. Hyper-Mega Ultra Blaster. Pre-workout. Herein lies the chaos. Pre-workout supplements packed with stimulants, artificial colors, chemical flavors, and promises of animal energy. What does it deliver? Tachycardia, anxiety, itching, and psychological dependence. Simple science. Most pre-workouts are just caffeine disguised with a fancy name. The rest is just underdosing to decorate the label. Hulk metaphor. It's a whip laced with crack. It gives false energy and exacts a price later. The guy becomes a slave to the scoop. He doesn't train without pre-workout. That's not performance, it's addiction. Useless supplement. Number 5. Miracle Thermogenic. The dream of losing weight effortlessly. A capsule that melts fat. A lie. What exists is a slight increase in calorie expenditure at the expense of a stimulant. The real result? Insomnia, irritability, and zero transformation if the diet is garbage. Simple science. Fat only goes away with a sustained calorie deficit. There are no shortcuts. Hulk metaphor, trying to dry a swimming pool with a spoon. Now pay attention, little Hulk, because this is important. These supplements are not only useless, they are mentally dangerous. They create the illusion of progress. You think you're doing something, when in reality you're just postponing what matters. They steal your responsibility, they feed their laziness, they keep you weak but hopeful. Hope without action is poison. While you're debating which supplement to buy, the real Hulk is sleeping early, training hard, eating right, and using a handful of supplements that actually help. The rest is just noise. In the next chapter, I'll put it all together and show you how to use supplements the right way, without being deceived, without wasting money, and without becoming a slave to those little jars. Because a true Hulk doesn't collect capsules, collect discipline. Now listen carefully, little Hulk, because this is where most people fail. After separating what works from what is trash comes the hardest part. Stop acting like a naive child and start using supplements like a responsible adult, because supplements aren't an emotional crutch for the weak. They're a tool, and a tool in the wrong hands only causes problems. Let's make one thing clear once and for all. There is no supplement that can compensate for a garbage routine. If you sleep poorly, live a stressed life, train poorly, and eat junk food, you can pile on creatine to the max and nothing will change. Supplements don't create discipline. They reveal who has it. Huk's mistake is starting at the end. He wants the supplement before the habit. He wants the pill before consistency. He wants the shortcut before the journey. And then he gets frustrated, gives up, switches products and remains weak. Huk does things differently. Huk starts with the brutal basics. Sleep, train hard, eat like a man. Only after that does the supplement come into play, not as a hope, but as fine-tuning. Let's keep this simple because Huk doesn't like confusion. Step 1. Base first, supplement later. If you don't sleep at least 7 hours, supplements become an expensive placebo. Sleep regulates testosterone, growth hormone, GH, recovery and focus. Poor sleep destroys all of that, and also increases cortisol, the hormone that sabotages muscle. Huk metaphor. Supplements on a tired body are like new paint, dripping in a house. Get some sleep before buying anything. Step 2. A workout that deserves supplements. Training needs intensity, effort, and progression. Supplements don't respond to light training. They respond to heavy stimuli. If you leave the gym without sweating, without failing, without challenging your body, you don't need supplements, you need shame. Huk metaphor. Supplements are premium fuel. It only makes sense if the engine is powerful. Step 3. A decent diet, not a perfect one. You don't need to eat like a bodybuilder, but you need to stop eating like a neglected teenager. Enough protein, good fats, real food. Without that, creatine, whey, and vitamin D will just circulate in your bloodstream and end up in the bathroom. Huk metaphor. Supplements without food are like a soldier without an army. Step 4. Few supplements, total consistency. Huk doesn't use 20 tubs. Huk uses a few every day for months. Daily creatine, protein when needed, caffeine strategically, omega-3 regularly, vitamin D if low, that's all. The rest is just distraction. Consistency beats excitement. Routine beats marketing. Discipline triumphs over promise. Now comes the painful part, little Huk. There is no magic solution. Testosterone doesn't come in capsule form. A strong body doesn't come in a scoop. Self-respect doesn't come in a black package with red lettering. All of this stems from a simple yet difficult decision. Stop acting like the Huk and take responsibility. You are not weak due to a lack of supplements. You are weak due to a lack of routine. And that's good news, because routine depends only on you. You can continue being the guy who jumps from product to product, from promise to promise, always waiting for the next miracle. Or you can be the guy who wakes up early, trains hard, eats right, sleeps like a man, and uses supplements the right way, as support, not as salvation. Huk wasn't born a monster. Huk was built day after day with ugly, repetitive, and silent discipline. So decide now, either you remain a Nutella-loving, pot-and-sorry collector, either you become a respectable Huk who uses science as an ally and discipline as a weapon. Because in the end, little Huk, it's not the supplement that transforms you, it's the routine you can maintain, and that nobody sells it in capsule form.